All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and Destiny 2 Hotfix 4004 has just gone live. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what Bungie has been fixing and working on inside Destiny 2. We've got some Throne World stuff here. I'm not going to cover too much of that. Gambit gets the change where obviously, Ariana's Vow was doing crazy damage, like one-shotting people to the body in invasions. So now instead of using PvP values, PV values, they fixed that, etc. So that's a fix. If you go into Gambit, if you enjoy Gambit, you probably won't get trashed when invading anymore. Or the invader won't trash you as much, rather. Valve the Disciple, a bunch of changes here, which are important because it's the raid. So it fixed an issue where unintentional symbol could appear where one of Rourke's attacks met environment geometry, probably a reference to that swastika video I talked about. Fixed an issue where players could earn a lore entry while only standing in front of one of two symbols. Fixed an issue where players could shoot one symbol to pass the kill symbol check for the lore entry. Fixed an issue where players could disrupt the caretaker mid-wipe performance. That's a big one to fix. Fixed an issue where players could complete the caretaker encounter and the activity would not progress. That soft lock is a big one. Now, fixed an issue where the Rourke encounter would be soft lock if players spread leeching force as their final deposit occurs. Interesting. Fixed an issue where players could leave raid boss banners up by planting them as the encounter begins. Fixed an issue where players could earn multiple lore entries by reloading checkpoints. So people are going to be upset about this one. That's for sure. On to the next. We got the Witch Queen campaign. We can skip over that. Not too crazy about that. I feel like everyone's probably beat it by now. Sab's Battlegrounds. Fixed an issue where champions were inconsistently spawning in Sab's Battlegrounds. No big deal. They didn't fix the double chest, looks like. So keep doing that. In the meantime, investment, economy. Fixed an issue that was causing Gambit weapon and armor focusing to cost more than expected. Focusing now costs 10k Glimmer and 50 legendary shards each. Rahul's destination materials now are sold for stacks of 5 for 1 legendary shard, matching Spider's previous exchange rates. I think we already covered some of this stuff before. Fixed an issue that was still allowing weapon telemetries to drop. Players can now safely delete them, etc. Fixed an issue where a Vanguard bounty, the harder they fall, can only be progressed in strikes. Mega Catalyst boost was rewarding 3 times progress instead of 4 times. Fixed an issue where the legendary campaign emblem, A Higher Truth, could not be equipped on platforms. Looks like a variety of other small issues with triumphs and seasonal quests and stuff. Fixed an issue where Nightfalls were giving inconsistent reputation bonuses when reaching a platinum score. Some strikes will now reward additional reputation while others reward less. Weapon crafting, they increased the element crafting currency caps. That's a good one. And fixed an issue where the sleight of hand trait perk had incorrect crafting requirements. Got it. Seals, fixed an issue where the Moments of Triumph 21 title could not be equipped. Alright, on to gameplay. This one's big. Fixed an issue where the explosive personality grenade launcher was not using the correct RPM stat or wave frames. I think this is the one that's actually, this grenade launcher is actually hurting yourself, so maybe that will fix that. Logic ornament for the Lent appeared backwards. And this is a big one. Fixed an issue where the Lament and Word Zero were not networking their attacks correctly, so those are fixed. Big hooray for that. Fixed an issue where a faint box would be visible around the hipfire reticle when using Osteo, Striga, or Forerunner. All glaives now reach full charge after 4 successful projectile hits, so a small buff to the glaives. Not going to make them meta by any means, but it was 6 hits previously, so now 4. It's a nice little change, I guess. It's at least a step in the right direction, make those glaives good. Fixed an issue where the previous reduction of melee recharge rate for Graviton Forfeit was erroneously applying in PvE activities. More armor. We got fixed an issue where the exotic Titan helmet Lorelei Splendor would consume class ability energy upon death without spawning a sunspot. Interesting. Players must first acquire the Valid Disciple raid mods before they can be applied to the armor from that raid. And fixed an issue where some armor sets where it was not appearing on the appearance customization screen. Rare armor sets could not be infused. Fixed an issue where focusing on Umbral Engram could sometimes give the wrong armor to Warlock. So that was one where it would give you Trials armor for those boots from the war table. So keep that in mind. That one's now fixed. Abilities. Boss combatants no longer take additional melee damage while frozen by stasis. So keep that in mind. That's a big change. Next one is Sentinels. Titan's Bastion Barricade now takes 20% increased damage from player sources. Got it. Titans with Void Invisibility active now ping the radar for 0.6 seconds every 3 seconds until invisibility ends, Normal radar visibility rules still apply. So that's a big nerf to invisibility. Bungie be going kind of hard on invisibility, which I think is pretty appropriate. So, and they go through a bunch of notes. We've seen the feedback from the data from the first weekend of trial, season 16. We wanted to take a few steps to address a few outliers and void 3.0 subclass kids. These changes are targeted specifically at PvP and don't affect PvE sandbox. We believe that some frustration stems from the prevalence and will taper off over time as additional subclasses are brought into the 3.0 system, but wanted to address what we can before the next trials weekend. As always, we'll be on the lookout for feedback and we'll adjust where needed. And then they fixed an issue where Child of the Old Gods could damage some targets through immunity shields. So there you have it. Some big changes to the sandbox there with that invisibility and with the Titan shields as well. Let me know your thoughts about the big hotfix 4004 and make sure to subscribe here with notifications on. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.